EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You look at this Steeler defense. Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun snap to Stroud. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Nike Texas.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
2nd and 7.
Hey, Lion.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
24.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
In motion, Slayton. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Here we go.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hey, run!
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You look at this Colt defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run in the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run once more with Taylor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Lawrence. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Seven nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offensive move.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lisa 24.
Lawrence will throw. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
He completes it to Boyd. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, Ryan.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Here's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking downfield for Pollard. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
All right, let's go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a 2nd and 10.
On the red.
Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
That is caught.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Hey, go. Here we go.
Now a give to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, complete to Taylor.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Oh, hey.
Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game.
picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Let's go.
Second and 10.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Now they go screen. It's complete.
He's across midfield.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
Again, it's Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Final play of the half. Stroud
escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
fighting his way through contact.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Back to throw. Lawrence buying time to his, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Lawrence.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lawrence changing the play.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Darius Slayton, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And that was just 4 verticals. They were going for a big play, and it resulted in a big play.
And you know why that's so difficult to cover? Because you can throw the ball to any one of those 4 vertical receivers at any point in the pattern. Wherever they're open, just get them the ball and then let them run after it.
And he runs it all the way in for a touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Here we go, let's go. Hey.
Stroud looking to throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Here we go.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. On the draw is Taylor.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Steelers just continue to roll. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Malik Neighbors,
46 yards.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
CeeDee Lamb.
59 yards.
And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Alrighty.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now Stroud.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Stroud to throw it.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Lawrence to throw.
This is Fant on the short completion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb,
53 yards.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
All right.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Hey, easy, route.
Now Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Darius Slayton.
From 13 yards out.
And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Koo now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. That's to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney.
And this will leave him a yard short.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's Stroud.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
As Stroud now to throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, it's Stroud.
Rolling to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on third down. Stroud got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
That's good for a Colts.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And finally, he's taken down at the 18.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stroud out of the gun here.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Stroud. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Escaping the pressure right.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Now Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Stroud.
They'll let this go for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this